Right, so in this lesson, we're going to be carrying on with like our angle and concept development. But one thing that is a little bit different is static image ads. So what we've mainly spoken about is angles and hooks, especially for video ads, talking about VSLs and UGC style ads. What I've not spoken about yet is static images. Now, the way that you want to treat static images are very similar to how you would treat a VSL. Now, what I mean by that is there's two main elements that are going to go into your static image ads. And it's going to be the things that you don't actually think are that important. And that is number one, copy. Now, a lot of people think when it's a static image ad, we just need to make some pretty photos of the product, and that couldn't be further from the truth. So I've got some good image ads here. These were actually taken from a guy on Twitter who was sharing these. Now, these are the kind of style ads, static image ads, that absolutely print. Because what you'll find, and I'll go over this in the media buying section, is that a lot of your static image ads will struggle to get spend in an account, and the frequency will tend to be higher, and that means that it's basically retargeting people who have seen your top of funnel VSLs. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't get a top spender image ad. It is possible, it's just very hard. And the way that you get a top spending image ad is you create something like this. So what I've done is I've opened up a few ad libraries. I've got a brand that does it really well, BB Company, and then we've got like Grunz and also Space Goods. Now, obviously, it's different styles of brands. Like, if we look at some of the Space Goods, something else that you can do is you can come to filters, and I can actually just say images and memes and just search for them. Now, you'll notice, so that's quite a good one. If we look at this, oh, that's going to take me to the. If we take a look at this ad, this one does look pretty cool. Now, that is actually a much better ad than something like, I'm going to select one of their other ads, like this. Like, that might still work, but it's styles like this that's going to work. That's like calling out a problem, that's promising a solution, and it's got decent copy in it, and stuff like this. It's very simplistic. The ones that you'll find, so I'm going to try and find another brand. Where are we? Was it this, guys? I was trying to find a bad example, but a bad example would just be like your basic, like, either ChatGPT image ad, or like when people just put up an image of the product with like the ingredients around it. That stuff's not going to work. Whereas stuff like this that doesn't look as fancy, right? Like, look at this. Desk back on fire, 5 minute reset. Like, it's stuff like this and like these things that really work. Very simple, very kind of more direct response style. They almost look like newspaper cutouts or like advertorials, very old school style ads. But you'll find that these ones will perform a lot better. Now, it's up to you to try and brand these in a way that works for that specific brand, because you might end up working like a brand for, working for a brand. I'm not saying you're going to work for Grunz, but like someone who's like this, who they've got a very particular aesthetic that they need in their ads. But then you just need to do stuff like this. Like, they've got that aesthetic with their yellows and their greens, but what have we done? We've got a good headline here, and then it's just all very simple. Now, the good thing about static ads is with AI now, you can iterate really quickly on it. And if you find that it's a good way to test angles and concepts, rather than like getting the product sent out to a creator or writing a script for them and then it flops. Like, you can test an angle quite quickly on statics, but it's going to be very hard for you to get like a top spender with an image ad. But I just wanted to go over basically what the kind of style of image ads will be that we'll be creating, just before we go into like our concept development. Now, another thing that would be good to note in this is copy, like Facebook copy on static image ads matters a lot. Like, if we look at this, these guys run some ridiculous ads. So they've got like a product, I'm actually going to go into it. It's like Radiancy for women. Like, well, there you go. Relieve dryness. Do with that what you will. But if we just look at this, that is a very basic ad, like static image. Vaginal aging, this. But if we look at this, I do not know how they got this approved, but if we look at the copy, it's very long. It's almost like an ad script, and sometimes you can actually use the ad script in here. But as you can see, like, look at how long that is. Very long copy. And don't worry, we're going to go over how to write this copy, but static image ads can work really well with long copy, because what we're doing is we're hooking in someone with the image, and then we're getting them to read this story, and then when they have read that, then they click on shop now, and then they get put through to this big landing page, which has got a lot of copy on it as well. So as you can see, copy is super important. Goes without saying. But yeah, that is your kind of two things that you need to remember about static image ads. One, aesthetics don't matter hardly as much as you think. And two, the copy matters quite a lot depending on what style of image ad you're running. And these are like the type of image ads that could end up being a top spender. And that is because One, they're very basic. It's more like, let's see if I can find the grunge ones. Like this. Like, that's not a lot of copy on this. They're running that with like a whitelisted account. But as you can see, like, there's not a lot of copy. That's actually a video. What am I talking about? But this one, look, a basic image and then just this. So I can tell right away by looking at this would be more like a retargeting ad. And what I mean by that is I don't mean like you're going to put it in a retargeting campaign. I mean that Facebook will automatically use this to retarget people. It's just the way the algorithm works. But yeah, that is kind of static image ads. Don't worry, we're going to have full lessons going through how to create them. But now in the next lesson, I'm going to go through how to kind of actually create your creative strategy before you go into making ads, because that's very important as well. So I will see you guys in that lesson.